So once again, good afternoon, and I can see many more are joining. Today's series is very special because the person is very special to me. Dr. Himanshu Pathak is a great friend of mine for almost more than a decade now. We hit across each other over a table for a discussion on what do we look for when we give admission to a child, or what should a school comprise of. That's how our conversation started. And I think in the first 5 minutes itself, we clicked each other so well, and then on we've been friends, talking on various issues. And ultimately, he happened to become the parent also of the school which I was running a couple of years ago. But otherwise, more than a friend, Dr. Himanshu Pathak, as I had mentioned before, is a psychotherapist. For last 3 decades, he's been counseling parents, teachers, couples, professionals from different fields. Almost 50,000 patients he has counseled, and he's still doing. He's always shining, bright, energetic. And one thing that he doesn't have to do, which all of us have to do, is comb the hair. So he's always shining because of that. One work less and brighter energies. I would ask all of you to come on the camera so that Dr. Himanshu knows whom is he talking to, and he gets the energy and we get the energy from him. He has been teaching total health. You know, we divide our body into parts as mind, as physical health, as emotional health, as psychological health. But here we have somebody who's going to talk to us about total health. And he's written many books on diet and yoga philosophy. So other than all this, we have a great bonding with each other. We are really, really great friends. I can talk anything to him and he can respond anything back to me. Is the best thing about our relationship. Thank you, Dr. Himanshu, for accepting my invitation just at one phone call. Let me just... One second, I'll just mute. Yeah, just at one phone call, Dr. Himanshu gave his nod. I'm really honored. And now let me invite him to start these sessions with us. Dr. Himanshu is going to talk about mind management. And Dr. Himanshu, there are 10 or 15 questions that we have, so you can take your time, and I'm sure you will cover most of it in your talk itself. Thank you so much for joining. You can unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Bala. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very audible.
What kind of question do you have? So I can
okay,
if possible. If you can give me in advance, so I can cover in my...
I will just read out the questions to you. So the first question is, please give a few tips to make hyperactive kids meditate. Second is how to manage unwanted thoughts. Third is how to make my mind to stick onto a routine and be disciplined. How to avoid procrastination. Although we are aware that the future is not in our control and our present efforts are the decisive factors of a kid's future, but still our mind is always wandering and worrying about the future of the child. How to overcome this? How to deal and be convinced convince the reluctant parents of learning disability kids when they first realize about the problem of the child. How to apply mind management during remediation. Is meditation a process? Is meditation useful for children? Nowadays, we all talk about stress. Can we stay away from stress? Is it humanly possible to free yourself, be a stress-free person? How to train our mind for negative circumstances and face the situations, also how to help others to overcome it. Why is mind management important than time management? How can we avoid procrastination if we have more than 2 equally important tasks in our mind? And the last one, can anything be done to keep our mind always with positive thoughts. So these are just the list that I read out for you. We can go even one by one or the way you wish it to be done.
I think you will have to organize one full day workshop to answer all these questions.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, let me explain what is yoga philosophy. You must have heard name of Maharishi Patanjali. Maharishi Patanjali was a great saint, Maharushi, and he has written 195 sentences in Sanskrit, which is known as a Yoga Sutra, and it is divided into 4 chapters. Maharishi Patanjali has described what is the constitution of mind, what are the structural defects of the mind, and how to be identify those structures and get rid of all these structural defects. So it's a very, very, very vast subject. And to be very honest, I believe yoga is science to be experienced, not to be discussed more. But I can understand your feeling. I can understand your questions. So let me try my level best to answer all these questions. But let me give me, I am going to give you some brief introduction of yoga philosophy. What is it? The definition of yoga philosophy given by Maharishi Patanjali is yoga chitta vritti nirodha. What is yoga? As he describes, mind is bundle of positive tendencies and negative tendencies. Chitta means mana, chitta, mind. And nirodha, yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Nirodha means to sublime. Sublime means जैसे कि आपके पास कोई पौधा है, पेड़ है और उस पर एक सूखा पत्ता है और वो गिर जाता है. This process is known as a sublimation.
Okay. And
Maharishi Patanjali has described 8-fold path to sublime your negative tendencies. He has shown 8-fold path: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. What does it mean? See, if you are really interested, that is the reason he has written the first Yoga Sutra is Hatha Yoga Anusasana. Hatha means if you are ready, if sadhak is ready, then Maharishi Patanjali is also ready to make your mind disciplined. And Hatha means you must be ready. It is, as I said, it is a science to be experienced. And for that, it is not a matter of discussion. Who is right, who is wrong? Nowadays, we have been watching on our WhatsApp message. See, my guru is same, Hindu is better, Muslim is better. So, Maharishi Patanjali said, if you are ready internally, I am also ready to make your life discipline. Discipline means we can make our life happy 24/7. See, ज्यादातर हम लोग सुनते हैं प्राण और प्रकृति साथ में जाता है. But according to Maharishi Patanjali, he says mind is 100% repairable. Why? Because you are not mind. Suppose मैं मिसेस बाला को पूछता हूँ क्या यह स्पेक्स आपके है क्या? What she will say? No, Himanshu, I am not specs. It means Mrs. Balasaraswathy and her specs both are different entity, and she is the owner of his specs. Similarly, Maharishi Patanjali says, mind is mine, but I am not mind. It means my mind and me both are different entity, and I am master of my mind. And that is the reason mind is 100% repairable.
Wow.
Right? Now, Maharishi Patanjali, I consider him as a Lord Maharishi Patanjali. whatever he has written, ये मेरे लिए पत्थर की लकीर है. उन्होंने जब बता दिया है कि mind is 100% repairable, means it is 100% repairable. Right? Now, what is the beauty of Maharishi Patanjali is, as far as Yogasana is concerned, he has not written or he has not described the list of asanas. One of the question, how to make our mind stable and how to make our child meditative, or what is the process of meditation for child. I would please try to understand this Yoga Sutra. If you are really keen, I think you should make some notes, because it will be very helpful to you, because it is a very unique understanding. And let me tell you very honestly, there is no book available in Indian market which can explain all these secrets of yoga philosophy.
Wow.
There are so many books on yoga philosophy, but it is only theoretical discussion. With grace of my Gurudev, my God, and Maharishi Patanjali, I could read between the lines. And that is the reason I am going to explain you some of the secrets. I am not going to teach you Yogasana. I want you to understand what Yogasana is. Right? The original sutra is sthiram, sukham, asanam. Sthiram, sukham, asanam. What is Yogasana? Yogasana is nothing but physical posture. Now, you are also sitting in one physical posture. I am also in one physical posture. Should we consider this posture as Yogasana? Answer is yes or no. If this posture gives you two things, sthiram and sukham, then you should consider this posture is Yogasana. What does it mean? What I want to convey? Suppose you or your child or your students has been practicing some Yogasana. Now, question is, whatever he is practicing is exercise or Yogasana? What is the difference? How can you come to the conclusion? The secret is, suppose I am talking to you. I am explaining what is sthiram. Sukham, sthiram, asanam. What is Yogasana? Yogasana is nothing but a physical posture which gives you sukham and sthiram. If it gives you sukham and sthiram, then it is Yogasana. Now, what is sthiram? Number one. See, as in one of the question, how to control unwanted thoughts. Suppose I practice Yogasana for 45 minutes and I will have to look myself. Hey, Himanshu, I will have to ask myself, Himanshu, during those 45 minutes, how many unwanted thoughts did you have? Suppose my answer is 100. So while practicing, I am thinking about Narendra Modi, I am thinking about my student, I am thinking about my children, I am thinking about friends, relatives. Asthiram means what? Asthiram means unwanted thoughts, and asthiram means untimely thoughts. Some of the thoughts are necessary, but it comes at wrong time. Now, suppose I practice for 45 minutes and I do have 100 unwanted thoughts. Now, after 7 days, after 15 days, I should ask same question to myself, Himanshu, during those 45 minutes, how many unwanted thoughts did you have? And if my answer goes down to 100 to 80, 100 to 70, then whatever I am practicing, it is Yogasana.
Wow.
Right? Now, your question is how to cultivate my mind to focus on wanted thoughts. For that, Mercy Patanjali has described Suksham. Suksham means nothing but how to practice Yogasana. So number one, very unique secret of Yogasana is you are supposed to practice any asana as slow as possible. So what will happen? Suppose I am doing one asana, I can do like this also. But if I go slow, if my hands are going very slow, the more time I'll take, the more time my mind will be associated with the movement of my hands.
Agreed.
And it will bring down my unwanted thoughts. Number one, right? I cannot explain. We don't have that much of time, but I'm giving you some small secrets of this philosophy.
Great.
Number one. So what will happen? So many times people ask me for how many rounds I should practice for any asana. I say only once. One asana for one time, because I may take more time to practice one asana. Nowadays, everybody is running after what they call it as a power yoga.
Yeah.
There is nothing like power yoga. Yoga means yoga, which makes you calm, which makes you stable, which makes you happy 24/7. This is yoga philosophy. Yoga is not, I never introduced yoga as a therapy. So never ever ask me what to do to reduce my diabetes, reduce my weight. It is all byproducts. What is important is yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Whatever the negative thoughts you have, unwanted thoughts you have, negative reactions you have, it should be sublime. Right?
Yeah.
This process is known as yoga. So teach your students, teach your children to really how to prepare, how to practice Yogasana. Never force them to go for exercise. Exercise means what? Power yoga. If they go for any other exercise, any other sports, welcome. Right? Another secret is, as far as Yogasana is concerned, number two, what makes you sthiram, what gives you sthiram is in final posture. Any asana, you are reaching to one final posture. You are supposed to keep your body steady for longer time. Why? Suppose I have a glass of water and glass is half filled, half empty. I want to make the surface of water steady. What should I do? You will say, Himanshu bhai, keep your glass on the hard surface. And you will observe within a 30 second, 40 second, 50 second, your surface of water is absolutely still. Now question is, I wanted to make surface of water steady. Did I work on water? No, I work on glass. I kept my glass on the hard surface, and automatically, right?
Yes.
Similarly, if you want to make your mind steady, don't work on your mind, work on your body, and try to keep your body steady as long as possible.
Wow.
Do you get me?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So question is, for how long? I say around 3 minutes in a one asana. So what will happen? Your unwanted thoughts and your untimely thoughts will be dropped.
The focus will be on the body.
On the body, because you want to make your body steady like statue.
Yes.
And if you practice today, it is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And but after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks, you will observe your body will be steady like statue. And now your water means your mind is absolutely steady. right? So this is the technique which you should teach your students, your children. I call it as a classical yogasana. Classical yogas, because Mercy Patanjali has not described akrodhasan, akamasan, sthirasan. He has not described any akrodhasan to overcome my anger. He teaches how to make your mind stable through yogasana. मैं मानता हूं मेरी बात आपको समझ में आ रही.
Yes.
Right? And let me explain you another secret of yogasana to make your mind steady is I am not going to explain you pranayam, because whatever the pranayam is being shown on TV and the teachers, they are very common. Very, very common. But I respect those pranayam, real. But if you want to make your mind steady, those pranayam is not going to help you, because Maharishi Patanjali has written only one sentence. Tasmin sati swas praswas yoho gati vichedah pranayam. Now, as I said, a good quality of yoga teachers should read between the lines. Now, what does it mean by vicheda? That I'm going to explain. Usually, विच्छेद मीन्स सबको का विच्छेद करना है, मतलब मेरा सिर को काट देना है, उसको हम विच्छेद बोलते हैं. It is not विच्छेद. And why विच्छेद is so important? That I'm going to explain. In short, we don't have much time, so I say in short, see, electricity is the driving force for our air conditioning and light and everything, right?
Yeah.
Accordingly, Maharishi Patanjali, swas, breathing is the driving force of our thought process. So I cannot see my mind, but I cannot establish 100% control over my mind. But breathe being a driving force, if you can control your breathing pattern, you can control your thought process. Now, for that, what you are supposed to do? Number one, see, there are specific rules for any pranayam. You cannot practice with a heavy stomach. You cannot practice at night. But the technique which I am going to explain you is, it is for 24/7. Anybody can do at any time.
Wow.
And let me confess, I have extraordinary results, extraordinary results with these techniques. So try to understand what it is. Suppose I take normal breath and I count it. Suppose I breathe in, and I could complete my normal breathing with 8 counts, with normal breathing, right? Now, viched means you are supposed to breathe as slow as possible. So what will happen if you breathe in slowly? Your number will be increased. Suppose I breathe in comparatively slow. What will happen? So I took 16 counts because.
And I think the entire focus is now on breathing. Our
Breathing.
mind is diverted and focusing only on the time.
And Bala, the secret of mind is what? Mind can think only one subject at a time. But our mind is so restless that I can feel I am talking to Bala, at the same time I am watching TV, at the same time I am calling somebody, but it is not like this. your mind can do only one work, one job at a time.
It shifts from one to the other. It's
One
not
to
doing
one.
multiple things.
Yeah. And this is the reason, because of its restlessness.
Present times, I see children watching the mobile and watching the TV and talking to somebody. But at that particular second or at that particular moment, they're only doing one thing.
Only one thing.
Yes.
And that is the secret of that power everybody has. So now if you breathe in as slow as possible, what will happen? Like this. I took 50 counts.
My God.
Right? The breathing was so slow, and if you practice with closed eyes, and when you open your eyes, you will be surprised where you are sitting.
Amazing. Amazing.
Right? So in any posture, you can practice this. Right? And if you can breathe in as slow as possible, after a few days, what you should do, you inhale slowly, you inhale normal and exhale as slow as possible. And now exhale as slow as possible. And after a few days, inhale and exhale, both should be as slow as possible. And practice for 5 rounds, 10 rounds, 15 rounds. You will be in pre-meditative state.
For how many days should we practice this inhaling only?
It depends on your sincerity, to be very honest. There is no
Then it becomes habit.
Yes. But my observation is around 2 weeks. But suppose if you are so keen, if you are so serious, Mercy Patanjali has written one Yoga Sutra. Satu Dirgha Kala Nairantarya Satkara Asevito Drad Bhumihi. If you want to make your mind and body steady, Drad Bhumihi. Bhumi means Jamin. Sarir Rupi Jamin, Mano Rupi Jamin. If you want to make Drad means solid, Majbut. Asevito. You are supposed to practice. But there are 3 cardinal rules. Number 1, Dirgha Kala. लंबा समय के लिए. नंबर 2, महर्षि पतंजलि बहुत होशियार थे. उनको पता था 21st सेंचुरी में लोग लंबा तो करेंगे लेकिन रोज नहीं करेंगे. And that is the reason he said Nairantarya means रोज, every day. And third cardinal rule is Satkara, समझ के साथ, with respect, with love, with understanding what I am going to get, what am I supposed to achieve, with sense of surrender. If you practice, Mercy Patanjali has written Drad Bhumi means ho jayega. So first of all, explain your students and children this sutra. Satu Dirgha Kala, बच्चा लंबा करना पड़ेगा, नैरंतर्य रोज करना पड़ेगा, and Satkara समझ के साथ. You are not going to oblige me. He is going to oblige himself कि मैं ये क्यों कर रहा हूँ, because I want to make my bhumi dhrad. Manobhumi and Sarir Rupi Bhumi Dhrada. I hope you get me.
Absolutely.
So that is the reason I told you this philosophy is not to be discussion but to be experience. आप ऐसे जैसे सुखम स्थिरम को महसूस करोगे, जैसे ये ब्रीदिंग स्लो करोगे, और भी है लेकिन मैं एक्सपेंड नहीं कर रहा हूँ. विच्छेद मीन्स डीप ब्रीदिंग, इक्वल ब्रीदिंग, लेकिन वो बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा. आप सिर्फ फोकस ऑन स्लो ब्रीदिंग, स्लो इनहेल, नॉट स्लो, स्लोएस्ट. आप खुद करिए. आप कुछ दिनों के लिए करोगे. मेरे पास ऐसे पेशेंट आते हैं जिनको पैनिक अटैक आता है, एंजाइटी के अटैक आते हैं. तब मैं उनको बोलता हूँ 10 राउंड करो, 15 राउंड करो, और बोलते हैं सर क्या चमत्कार हो गया, वो थॉट्स ही चले गए।
Wow.
वो हो सकता है टेम्पररी जाएगा, लेकिन वो अटैक, जैसे आपको सुसाइडल अटैक आते हैं, तो सुसाइडल अर्ज इतनी स्ट्रांग होती है ना, उस टाइम कोई फिलोसोफर आपको काम नहीं लगेगा। वैसे टेक्निक आपको काम है, सुखम एंड स्थिरम, right? So as I said, this kind of pranayam, it is pranayam, will put you in the pre-meditative state. Now understand between the dharana and the dhyana. Somebody has asked me about meditation. So Mercy Patanjali eightfold paths, yes, yama, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. So what is dharana? In our language, even in our words, it is concentration.
Yeah.
And dhyana means meditation. Now, what is the difference between concentration and meditation? Dharana and dhyana. Suppose, if you are listening to me for 30 minutes, and if you can listen me for entire 30 minutes without having any other thought, it is meditation. But when you are listening to me, at the same time, you are watching, you are talking to somebody on WhatsApp, you are observing your servant, then it is concentration. You try to hold dharana, means you धारण करने की आप कोशिश करते हो, लेकिन हो नहीं रहा है. You are trying to hold your mind on the one focus, but you are not 100% successful. But it is the first step to be in meditative state, because कभी भी meditation करोगे तो direct meditation होगा नहीं, आपको इसमें से पसार होना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आप एक posture में बैठे हो, आंख बंद है, समझो आपने भगवान शिव का फोकस बनाया, साईं बाबा का फोकस बनाया, हिमालय को फोकस बनाया, और ये फोकस के साथ जुड़ने से साथ साथ में आपको कुछ कुछ थॉट आते रहते हैं, आप बोलते नहीं वापस अभी तो शिव जी है, वापस अभी तो, लेकिन if you can practice any yogasan sincerely, because that yogasan will make your mind sthiram, तो ये योगासन की क्वालिटी अच्छी हो जाएगी तो मेडिटेशन की क्वालिटी अच्छी हो जाएगी. And that is the reason Maharishi Patanjali has not shown meditation as a first step. It is a seven steps in his philosophy. It means you are supposed to perform yogasan very well, because yogasan will give you sthiram and sukham. And suppose आपने आंख बंद करके बैठे, आपने देखा होगा जैसे 10 मिनट होती है ना, आपको बैक एक होता है, आपको नेक एक होता है. क्यों होता है भाई? Because your body is weak. There is no sthiram, there is no sukham. And if you want to meditate for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 3 hours, your body should be enough strong. And yogasan will make your body strong. So, first of all, teach your students and children first yogasan for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. At any age, right from, in fact, I have taught yogasan to pregnant lady also, right? Intrauterine life से हम योगासन सिखाते हैं उनको, तो वो कोई भी एज में आप उनको योगासन सिखाओ, but it should be yogasan, not an exercise, right?
Yes.
Now question is, see, what to do in meditation? There is no standard method. Whatever the time, whatever the place, whatever the asan suits you, you select it. Sit in a comfortable posture, just close your eyes and get some focus which you like most. जैसे मैं आपको बोलूं कि आपके हस्बैंड के बारे में सोचो, तो आप में से कोई मुझे नहीं याद करेगा, आप आपके हस्बैंड को ही याद करेंगे. वैसे जब आपके फोकस को मैं पूछूं आपका फेवरेट फोकस क्या है, तो आपको ही पता है कि ये मेरा फेवरेट फोकस, और वो फोकस को आप देखते रहिए बस. अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, बेस्ट फोकस इज अवर नॉर्मल ब्रीदिंग. Just observe your normal. don't try to make your breathe deeper. It should be normal, absolutely normal. No extra effort. Just observe it. And you will be lost after 15 minutes. Right? So meditation, if you have any question, then I can answer you. But according to me, Yogasana will make your meditation better. What I understood is this. You cannot jump into seven standard. You will have to pass through first standard, second standard, third standard, then seven.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Great.
don't be in hurry. Don't be in hurry.
Great. Himanshu bhai, can we go to a few direct questions?
Yes, why not?
Okay. So one of the questions was procrastination. How to avoid procrastination?
My simple answer is, I always advise my patient, whenever you want to procrastinate anything, think about the end result.
Think about the end result.
End result. See, because there is no computerized advice for any patient, because it is person to person, it varies. But the standard answer which I like is, whenever I want to postpone something, I always think about the end result. And the end result acceptable? If answer is yes, you postpone it. You go for procrastination. But answer is no, I cannot afford this result. Then make a plan. I call it as a LOA, line of action. Prepare a line of action. Divide all action in a smaller part, and perform one by one. And you will find, oh, ये तो बहुत stupid था, मैंने ये procrastination किया, because ये तो इतना easy है कि न पूछो बात.
Time बिगाड़ दिया.
हाँ, end बिगाड़ दिया. So always think about end result. See, Mercy Patanjali has described one tendency which is known as avidya, but it's a very, very vast subject. But just for your reference, if you get a chance, think about the avidya. Avidya will remove your procrastination.
I have a common question which most of the parents, they're so concerned, especially if your child with autism, ADHD or any disability. वो इतने कंसर्न होते हैं कि वो वरी ज्यादा करते हैं और एक्शन कम ले पाते हैं. बहुत वरी करते हैं, उसके बारे में सोचते हैं, तो वो बोलते हैं मैम वो ये नहीं कर सकता, वो नहीं कर सकता, उनकी लंबा लिस्ट होती है. And they are all the time helping their child to do it. So मुझे अभी I am able to relate to this end result, जो मुझे पता नहीं था पर मैं ये करती थी. So I asked them कि कल सुबह आप नहीं उठोगे तो क्या होगा? If you don't wake up tomorrow, क्या आपका बच्चा सब करना बंद कर देगा? क्या वो जीना छोड़ देगा? ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा ना. So why do you think that the child is completely dependent on you, और adult होने के बाद वो कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा? Because you are not going to be there with them. So now I'm trying to relate both these things, and I gave the mother an end result saying you're not there. So make the child independent. Probably, I think I'm able to relate both these things.
Very true.
Great.
So सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये है. See, what I have understood my life is, my life has 4 compartments. Number 1 is effort. Number 2 is my personal destiny. Number 3 is nature's design. And number 4 is God. So each and every department is responsible 25% of my life. Only,
it's equal.
Equally.
ऐसा नहीं है कि effort आप ज़्यादा करो और destiny पे थोड़ा छोड़ दो.
The fortunate part is I have 100% control over that 25%.
Yes.
Right. So yes. whatever I put effort, and whatever the nature's design, it makes my personal destiny.
Correct.
And अगर आपका बच्चा जैसे ये problematic है, तो मेरे हिसाब से Mercy Patanjali has written only one sentence, which is Yoga Sutra for God. Klesha, karma, vipak, asaihi, aparamrustah, purush ishvaraha. Klesha, karma, vipak, asaihi, aparamrustah, purush visheshah ishvaraha. I'll need at least 1 hour to explain, but in short, whatever the nature's design being designed by God, it is good for you and me. And whoever is in your family, ये ईश्वर का प्रसाद है. पहले तो आपको ये समझना बहुत जरूरी. ये पनिशमेंट नहीं है. ईश्वर किसी को पनिशमेंट नहीं करता है. नहीं करता. एंड जैसे मैं आपको बताऊं कि जब मैंने मेरा सूरत में क्लिनिक शुरू किया, मेरा क्लिनिक नहीं चला. मैं इतना रोता था. मैं ईश्वर को कंप्लेंट करता था कि मैं कितना ऑनेस्ट हूँ. मैं एक भी इंजेक्शन नहीं किसी को गलत तरीके से देता हूँ, न तो मैं ग्लूकोज का बॉटल चढ़ाता हूँ. ये सब चोर लोग प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, इतनी प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, लेकिन मेरी प्रैक्टिस नहीं चली, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. एंड आई हैड बैकएक, एंड टू क्योर माय बैकएक आई वेंट फॉर योगा थेरेपी. एंड ड्यूरिंग दोस पीरियड आई डिसाइडेड टू बी योगा कंसल्टेंट. तो वो अच्छा हुआ था ना मेरे लिए कि मेरा क्लिनिक नहीं चला. उस हिसाब से आपके परिवार में जो बच्चा आया है वो ईश्वर का प्रकाश है. आप उनको लायबिलिटी क्यों समझते हो?
ट्रू.
और हर एक बच्चा एक ही लैंग्वेज समझता है, और वो है लैंग्वेज ऑफ लव. LOVE. That's it.
Great. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah,
if you have time. So that's about stress. ये सबका कॉमन है कि सबके लाइफ में कुछ ना कुछ स्ट्रेस है. So can we live a life stress free? ऐसा होता है कुछ कि स्ट्रेस फ्री लाइफ है मेरा?
अगर आप आपके बेडरूम में जाते हो और बेडरूम में डार्कनेस है, तो आप क्या करते हो? डार्कनेस को खिड़की से बाहर निकालते हो क्या? आप क्या करते हो?
लाइट
यू जस्ट स्विच ऑन. आप जैसे स्विच ऑन करते हो, लाइट होती है. तो अंधेरा तो उधर है, लेकिन आपको महसूस नहीं हो रहा है. According to Maharishi Patanjali, you are not supposed to reduce your stress. You are supposed to learn how to be relaxed. वो प्रकाश है. आप इतने फिजिकली, मेंटली, इमोशनली, सोशली, सेक्सुअली, फाइनेंशियली, स्पिरिचुअली इतने रिलैक्स हो जाओ कि स्ट्रेस तो होगा, लेकिन आपको महसूस नहीं. And this is about what yoga philosophy teaches, how to be relaxed 24/7.
24/7. So there's nothing called stress management. बहुत सारे courses चलते हैं stress management करके. Stress
cannot be reduced. Only you can increase the level of relaxation.
Wow, that itself sounds so positive.
Yeah.
Increase your level of
क्योंकि ये समझो, मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ, अगर कोई नया है तो उनके लिए ये बोलना स्ट्रेसफुल हो जाएगा. मेरे लिए स्ट्रेसफुल नहीं है. आपने जब पहली रोटी बनाई थी कितनी स्ट्रेस में बनाई थी, लेकिन आज जो रोटी बनाते हो आप कैसे बनाते हो? पता भी नहीं चलता कि रोटी बन जाती. तो अभी वो स्ट्रेसफुल नहीं है, बिकॉज यू लर्न हाउ टू मेक रोटी. Similarly, you learn how to be more relaxed. And if you can relax, fine. You are so happy. You will be the happiest person on this earth. And that is the reason I always tell कि मैं एवरेस्ट नहीं चढ़ सकता. ये मेरे लिए पॉसिबल नहीं, लेकिन रिलैक्स रहना मेरे लिए बहुत
पॉसिबल है. Awesome. I think Nisha, you have a question. So we'll have one question from you.
No, ma'am, actually, I wanted to ask, sir, good afternoon, sir. I mean, it's an enriching session for us. I would like to ask you, you had mentioned about the sthir sort of word, steadiness. So, yes. So if we have to bring that steadiness in child or in ourselves, how to bring that state and how to maintain that state?
See, first of all, the two techniques which I explained you, you are supposed to practice asana and pranayam.
Okay.
Right. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Those
Yes.
technique. Start with 15 minutes every day, or if possible twice a day.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right. And the another thing is, see, find out the way to be happy. And that is the reason one common homework I always tell my patient to perform is always, I call it as a pleasant events.
Okay.
See, you tell your child to react positive. The way, आज मम्मी मैंने खाना खाया बहुत अच्छा लगा, आज मैंने आकाश देखा ने बहुत अच्छा लगा, आज मैं खेलने गया ने बहुत अच्छा लगा, आज मैंने बात लिया ने बहुत अच्छा, आज मेरी नींद बहुत अच्छी आ गई, अरे यार ये आज मेरे नए कपड़े पहने बहुत अच्छे. See, so many times our children and we even don't notice कि वो happiness कहाँ से आती है. And if you practice, I always want my patient to write down every day, and they are supposed to give me in writing also hard copy. कहाँ आनंद आया? छोटी, see, आपको छोटी छोटी बातों में आनंद आना चाहिए. जैसे आज मैं यूरोप गई तो बहुत अच्छा है, जिंदगी में यूरोप तो आप पूरी जिंदगी में एक बार जाओगी ना.
Yeah.
लेकिन आज मैं नेबर के पास गई, बहुत मजा आया. आज उसने मुझे लड्डू खिलाया, बहुत मजा आया. आज मैंने करेला की सब्जी खाई ना, बहुत मजा आया. आज मेरी रोटी में थोड़ा नमक ज्यादा डाला, मुझे अच्छा लगा, अच्छा लगा, अच्छा लगा, अच्छा लगा. And that is the reason your mind will be so habituated to react positively even in adverse situations.
Amazing. This technique is really amazing.
One more thing, sir, I would like to ask. So, as you have said that we should have pick up the happiness in most of the thing, but there are certain moments comes in our life wherein we they are unavoidable. I mean, they overpower us. हम कितना भी चाहें कि हम खुशी ढूंढें उन पलों में, इंटेंशनली ढूंढें, फिर हमारे हैबिट हो जाता है. बट उसके बाद भी कुछ ऐसी चीजें होती हैं स्ट्रेसफुल हमारे चारों तरफ, चाहे वो सोसाइटी के कन्वेंशनल थॉट्स के अकॉर्डिंग हो, तो वो हमें ओवर पावर कर देती हैं. और उसकी वजह से हम खुश होना भी चाहें, हैप्पीनेस ढूंढना भी चाहें, तो आपके अकॉर्डिंग जैसे आप कर रहे थे, तो वो हम उस चीज को कर नहीं पाते हैं. एक्चुअली वो बैरियर हो जाता है हमारे लिए. तो वो बैरियर से हम कैसे ओवरकम करें?
My answer is, you are supposed to maintain non-reactive state of mind in such situation.
Okay, sir.
Because we are so habituated to react either positively or negatively. But if you can maintain non-reactive state of mind, जैसे मैं आपको देख रहा हूं, तो मैं ऐसे बोल सकता हूँ, यार हम उनकी जूम की, उनको पता नहीं है पीछे लाइट है, इतना लाइट आता है, उनका फेस पर लाइट आना चाहिए. मैं ऐसा भी बोल सकता हूँ.
राइट.
मैं ऐसा भी बोल सकता हूँ कि हाँ, कितनी करेजियस है लेडी है, मेरे साथ बात कर रही है. या तो व्हाट योगा टीचेस, आई सी यू बट आई डोंट गिव आइदर नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव रिएक्शन. I am at non-reactive state of mind. You are Mrs. Nisa. That's it. Okay. Neither I am in this side or this side. Okay. This is known as a non-reactive state of mind. So nothing and nobody will make you unhappy. Okay. Because unhappiness is your perception.
Your choice, actually.
Your
choice. So always try to maintain non-reactive state of
mind. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
And for that, you should try to be as much as possible desireless. So you should have, see, we have so many desires. If you prepare all the list of your desire, and if you visit all those desires, there are so many desires which is unwanted.
Yes.
Useless. Even though we are running after those desires. Make your mind free from all those stupid desires. मेरी मर्सिडीज कब आएगी? अरे मेरा एक्टिवा ही अच्छा है, मर्सिडीज आएगी तो अच्छी बात है, लेकिन आई एम नॉट रनिंग आफ्टर मर्सिडीज. अरे मेरा हस्बैंड तो मुझे कभी बाहर ही नहीं ले जाता, अब्रॉड नहीं ले जाता. मुझे काफी बार लेडी बोलते, अरे सर कभी 5 साल में एक बार भी अब्रॉड नहीं लेके जाता. मायके तो जाओ पहले 5 बार. So remove your unwanted desire. Okay. That will make you happy.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
All right. So it's already 3:50 and I think we've taken sir's very, very long time. Thank you so much, Himanshu bhai. There's a last क्वेश्चन नहीं बोलूंगी, कोई क्लैरिफिकेशन है. द चैट बॉक्स इट सेज हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम आइसोलेशन. अभी जो आपने एक्सप्लेन किया वो आइसोलेशन से कैसे डिफरेंट है? मतलब बी इन नॉन रिएक्टिव स्टेट इज हाउ इज दैट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम आइसोलेशन? हिमांशु भाई, आई थिंक यू आर फ्रोजन. हेलो, क्या आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं, देख पा रहे हैं? I think we've lost the connection with him. So I would, meanwhile he comes back, I would request all of you to type one takeaway from today's session. Jaldi se. What's your takeaway from today's session? क्योंकि कोई भी session without takeaway होना ही नहीं चाहिए.
Oh,
I think
anyway.
we missed you, Himanshu bhai, for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have you back.
Okay. So first of all, to be very honest, I didn't get the question.
Yeah, I know. आपने जो बोला ना कि नॉन रिएक्टिव रहे,
हाँ,
तो इसका एक और क्वेश्चन उससे रिलेटेड आया है कि क्या ये इज इट आइसोलेशन और हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम आइसोलेशन? I don't know what is isolation.
Now I got you. I now understand. See, non-reactive state of mind is a sthita pragnata. And anybody who is sthita pragna is always happy and connected to nature. No one can make him or her unhappy. Isolation, it is your choice. But in isolation, you can be unhappy. At the same time,
yes,
you can be happy
you
also.
can be happy. Yes.
So it depends on your understanding of isolation.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right? So, never ever be in you should not feel loneliness. You should enjoy ekant. That is
joy in every moment.
Joy in every moment. Yeah.
Great.
Right.
Fantastic. चलिए, thank you so much हिमांशु भाई.
Thank you so much.
हमारा एक कम्युनिटी है जिसमें टीचर्स और पेरेंट्स हम ऑनलाइन ऐसे मिलते हैं. आई हैव नेवर मेट एनीबॉडी फिजिकली इन द लास्ट 2 years. हम हर हफ्ते आई मीट ऑल माय पीपल ऑफ माय कम्युनिटी हु हैव जॉइन्ड माय कोर्स and I try to give them more and more value by inviting people like you. उनकी लाइफ को और बेटर बनाने की कोशिश मेरी रहती है, बिकॉज अगर हम एडल्ट की लाइफ इंप्रूव होगी तो बच्चों का लाइफ ऑटोमेटिकली इंप्रूव
हो जाए.
So
लेकिन मैं आप सबको बता दूं कि मैं बाला को काफी सालों से पहचानता. And as he said, we can discuss on any subject. लेकिन उनका जो आप जानते हो ना, ये पता नहीं, जब वो हेड मिस्ट्रेस थी सूरत में तब इतनी जो फॉर्मल एजुकेशन था, इतना बड़ा नाम था उनका सूरत में कि हर बच्चा उनको पहचानता था. लेकिन वो एकदम लुक्रेटिव जॉब छोड़कर उनके दिमाग में कहाँ से आ गया कि मुझे तो ये करना है. लेकिन इतनी ऑनेस्ट है उनका जो इंटेंशन है, वो इतना, आई कॉल इट इज सो स्पिरिचुअल कि जो भी बच्चा उनके साथ या तो पेरेंट्स उनके साथ जुड़ जाते हैं, एंड इफ यू कैन एस्टैब्लिश ए गुड रैपो विद बाला, यू विल बी सो हैप्पी एंड यू विल फील ब्लेस्ड. आपको लगेगा कि अच्छा हुआ भगवान ने हमारे जीवन में बाला सरस्वती को भेजा. मैं तो उनको काफी बार माँ सरस्वती ही बोलता हूँ. उनको लगता है मैं मजाक में बोलता हूँ. मैं उनको मजाक में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, मेरी बचपन से एक आदत है कि मैं हर एक स्त्री को माँ जगदम्बा मानता हूँ. मेरे गुरुदेव ने मुझे सिखाया है कि मैं हर एक स्त्री को मानता हूँ. उसे ही बाला मेरे लिए ईश्वर का एक स्वरूप है. उनमें जो चेतना है वो चेतना ईश्वर की चेतना है. इसीलिए मैं उनको जब भी फोन करता हूँ मैं बोलता हूँ माँ सरस्वती को प्रणाम. तो उनको लगता है मैं मजाक में कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन वो सचमुच में सरस्वती का रूप है. और आप उनका फायदा लीजिए. उनके हस्बैंड भी इतने हैं, उनकी डॉटर महिमा भी इतनी अच्छी है कि आप उनका जितना सिर ज्यादा खाओगे आपकी लाइफ में इतना रोशनी आएगा. सिर खाओ बस बाला सरस्वती का.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. May our community grow and be blessed. Thank
जब
you.
भी जरूरत पड़ेगी तो आई विल बी बैक.
Yes, thank you. And जो सूरत के
Okay.
लोग हैं, इनमें से कुछ लोग सूरत से हैं जो
Oh.
सर के साथ कनेक्ट होना चाहते हैं, इवन ऑनलाइन. आप काउंसलिंग सेशन लेते हैं ना सर ऑनलाइन?
Yeah.
And I think he does it for all over the world. So can I share your number in the
Yeah, why not?
community?
Yeah.
Can you please tell your number because yaad
I
nahi
think Nisha wanted to ask something. Nisha?
hai. Nisha is
Okay.
she is from Surat. Maybe Nisha. you
Yeah,
can-
I am from Surat. That's why I raised my hand.
you can
Oh,
go
okay.
and meet sir and take help. Whatever.
Yeah, my
you
office
need.
is on Gurdo Road. That's it.
Right. So can I just type?
Thank-
Can you type your number, sir, or can you tell me your number?
98245
Yeah.
18863.
Nine 9824518863. So
Yeah.
here's the number of Dr. Himanshu Pathak. उनकी wife भी मेरी उतनी ही beautiful friend है, and his two children are of course so amazing, especially the little one. अभी वो little तो है नहीं. What is he doing now? Because every year I hear something.
He is in 12th and preparing
This
for
year is his 12th.
preparing for NEET exam.
Yeah, he started his schooling from where I
Yeah.
was also working.
Did you tell all of them his history? नहीं.
अच्छा आप हाँ मैंने उसकी आई डोंट नो उनमें से कितने लोगों ने सुना है उसकी स्टोरी बताई थी एक बार. somebody said कि बच्चा ध्यान ही नहीं देता है बिल्कुल क्लास में एंटर ही नहीं करना चाहता है. इनका बेटा है वो. नाउ आई कैन कनेक्ट. So we had this preschool where he was admitted in age 3 in nursery. और वो स्कूल जरूर आएगा लेकिन क्लास में नहीं जाएगा कभी भी. स्कूल आएगा क्लास में नहीं जाएगा. वो एक घोड़ा होता था बाहर हमारे झूला टाइप, उसमें बैठ के he'll be rocking but he will not enter. Every day the mother will come and counsel क्लास में बैठो. and I would say नहीं बैठे रहने दो उसको, जहां बैठना है बैठने दो. as long as he's coming in the campus that's enough for us. And you will be surprised to know कि वहीं बैठकर खिड़की से झांक कर अंदर की राइम सुनकर उसने सब कुछ सीख लिया. इनफैक्ट दूसरों से ज्यादा सीख लिया. One day when he entered, he knew everything. So I mean, this is something we both share so much कि ये कैसे ये magic हुआ. And that's why I say कि बच्चा नहीं बैठता है क्लास में, so it is absolutely okay. And as a parent, what he went through, he will tell you.
Yes, right.
आपका अनुभव कैसा था हिमांशु भाई as a parent at that time?
अरे सी हमको थोड़ा मतलब जो वी आर फ्रॉम वेरी फॉर्मल एजुकेशन, सो कभी कभी चिंता होती थी, लेकिन बाला का विजडम जो था उस पर मुझे इतना भरोसा था कि वो जब कह रही है कि डोंट वरी, देन हम तुरंत बाहर आ जाते. तो मिक्स फीलिंग थी शुरुआत में, लेकिन बाद में हमको पता चल गया कि वेयर देयर इज बाला सरस्वती देयर इज सरस्वती, डोंट वरी.
Please. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best, sir.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Says thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.